There's nothing quite like the heart-racing adrenaline of a high-speed pursuit, and cinema has them in spades. These are the top 10 chase scenes of all time. From the very get-go, there's no denying that the past few decades have seen some incredible car chases. But what might come as a surprise is that a whole lot of them are actually remakes. Like Gone in 60 Seconds, which is best known from the year 2000 despite the 1974 original's 34-minute chase scene that involved actual 100-mile-per-hour stunt work and a 128-foot jump climax. Or The Italian Job, which you might know from Mark Wahlberg's Mini Cooper tube heist, even though it originated in 1969 with a far more elaborate chase that took them from the sewers all the way to the rooftops. Or even The Fast and the Furious, which is a very loose remake of a 1955 B movie that sees an on-the-run criminal enter into an underground street race in order to escape the country. But if you're a fan of chase scenes, you've gotta love the quiet tension of Drive's initial police chase. So for our number 10, we're honoring the film that inspired it with The Driver. Now, we're not sure if it's completely fair to call Drive a remake in the strictest sense, but we'll let you decide. They both follow a strong, silent character known only as the driver as he drives getaway vehicles in and around Los Angeles until one of his jobs eventually goes wrong. Whether the movie itself is a remake or not, the police chase certainly is. Shot in the same silence, the same light, with almost the same coverage. They've even got the same tense moment of lights off hiding as the driver waits for the police to pass by. It's an incredibly high-energy chase with loads of top speed, complex stunt work, and crashes to boot, and for that, it's definitely worth a watch. Now, we love car chases, but not all great chase scenes involve automobiles. No, there's a whole world of alternately vehicled pursuits that we'd like to honor on our list. So for our next pick, we're looking at bicycles. And while you should definitely check out Premium Rush for some New York Bike Messenger madness, take a look at the Transporter 3 for a badass bicycle chase and a series of superlative chases, and hit up Jackie Chan's Project A for some hilariously ingenious two-wheeled choreography that only he could have come up with, our number 9 pick goes to the absolutely unforgettable bicycle chase from E.T. Known best for the iconic flight over the setting sun, actors actually call that a pretty boring scene to shoot, despite the awe and excitement that it creates on screen. Henry Thomas, who played Elliot, described it as sitting on a bike attached to a camera crane as it dipped up and down on a blue screen over and over. But we don't want to forget the awesome off-road choreography that leads up to it. Early in pre-production, when Spielberg mentioned the stunts he was planning to his bicycle mechanic, he got laughed at for thinking that the kids would be able to pull it off. So the next day, producers went to a local BMX track to pick out stunt riders. The advice paid off, and E.T. will forever live in our memories as the most memorable bicycle chase to ever hit the silver screen, and an inspiration for kids everywhere to pick up a bike and take it off the road. Of course, it wouldn't be a CineFix movie list if we didn't take a look back at the classics. And for classic chases, it's only right we look to classic vehicles. And of course, if we're thinking classic vehicles, the obvious choice has to be horseback. We could pick the epic and groundbreaking, if more than slightly racist, KKK chase from the end of Birth of a Nation, or the absolutely insane stunt work of Yakima Canutt from the chase in Stagecoach, but we're not much for obvious choices. So as awesome as those are, we're not going with either of them, or even horseback chases for that matter. No, for our number 8, we're going with the awesomeness that is a train-on-train chase from Buster Keaton's 1926 The General. In addition to foot, handcart, and bicycle chase scenes, The General has 2 train chase scenes that put Unstoppable to shame. Based on a true story, Keaton plays the Confederate train engineer of The General, who, after his train is stolen by Union soldiers, pursues it on train, recaptures it, and returns it home, while Union soldiers pursue him on a train of their own. In the first chase, Keaton most notably hops off the train while it's still in motion and stands in front of it as it closes in, trying to clear its path of railroad ties. But our pick is the second chase scene that culminates in an absolutely epic fashion with a bridge collapsing with a train on it. It ended up being the most expensive stunt of the silent era. It's an incredible visual and the best possible finish to an incredibly unlikely chase, one that any chase buff owes it to himself to see.
So good of you to come see me, Mr. Bond, particularly on such short notice.
If you can't trust a Swiss banker, what's the world come to?
Now, if there's a series known for its unusual chases, it's gotta be the James Bond franchise. There's hardly a single film that doesn't feature at least one world-class chase scene. From cars to skis to motorcycles to skydiving, 007 has pursued ne'er-do-wells in just about every way possible. But for our number 7, we've got to give it to The World Is Not Enough for a boat chase. Now, this isn't the only boat chase to ever hit the screen, with honorable mentions like Face Off, Indiana Jones, and a bunch of other Bonds, Live and Let Die, Quantum of Solace, just missing our list, but it's certainly our favorite. With a handful of explosions, plenty of crashes, ridiculous afterburners, an insane aerial barrel roll, an underwater dive, and a brief segment that actually included boating on land, the scene finally concludes with an absolutely ridiculous jump off of the boat and onto a hot air balloon. 35 different boats were used in the filming of this Thames River sequence over the course of 6 weeks, but the most notable of them all was Bond's Q boat, of which there were 15 different kinds for different purposes, including the final jump, the barrel roll, and the dive. But the 4 functional models used massive 5.7-liter V8 engines that delivered up to 350 horsepower and propelled the craft over 80 miles per hour along the water. All this speed and power is absolutely palpable in this unforgettable chase, and it makes for one of the best of all time. Epic.
Just for the record, I wasn't green for my...
If you like James Bond chases, you were probably a big fan of the airplane pursuit from Quantum of Solace, and we enjoyed it too, but when it comes to airborne chases, our pick lies elsewhere. And we've got a couple prime choices. From Top Gun to North by Northwest, filmmakers have been chasing things in skyward fashion for decades. But for our number 6, we're looking even higher still and a long, long time ago with the asteroid chase from Empire Strikes Back.
Sir, the possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Painstakingly composited over the course of many months for Industrial Light and Magic's sophomore effort, with each approaching asteroid being shot individually, the scene has all the staples of a classic chase: creative use of the environment, near misses, gratuitous explosions, comedy, and a final harrowing finish. There's a reason that Star Wars is one of the best-known series of all time, and it's groundbreaking, gripping, and hilarious scenes like these that have propelled it into the history books and lists like this the world over.
Let's hit it!
Now, we've seen planes, trains, and automobiles, but sometimes there's nothing like the thrill of a motorcycle. And filmmakers have exploited the danger of these two-wheeled death machines for some action-packed chase scenes for years. From Mission Impossible 2 to The Matrix Reloaded to The Dark Knight to Terminator 2 to The Great Escape, some of cinema's best cat-and-mouse games have taken place on motorbikes. But our number 5 goes to something even more awesome, if a little unexpected, with Akira. Yep, our number 5 chase scene is actually animated. And while there obviously won't be death-defying tales of harrowing stunts to recount for this film, that doesn't make it any less significant or gorgeous. If you don't know, Akira is a dystopian cyberpunk anime about Neo-Tokyo post-World War III. Few would dispute that the best part of Akira was its opening motorcycle chase scene that sees two rival gangs square off in a duel. And Kaneda's exhilarating game of chicken to finish it off ends in one of the most imitated images in Japanese anime with his kinetic slide to a halt. It's gorgeous and meticulously crafted, and for that, we love it. Here's to Akira and crazy bike chases everywhere. Vehicles are pretty cool, but sometimes there's something special about the ridiculous acrobatics involved with brilliantly choreographed foot chases. We're talking gymnastics, free running, and parkour. And we've seen a lot of good stuff over the years, from Casino Royale's pre-title sequence, District B13's opening chase, Bourne Ultimatum's run through Morocco, and most movies with Jackie Chan in them. Athletic stuntmen have been playing high-stakes games of tag for years. But for our number 4, we're giving it to a slightly less known but no less impressive chase scene from Ong Bak. Check this out. Tony Jaa's Muay Thai International phenomenon has a chase scene through the alleys of Bangkok that perfectly combines the humor of Jackie Chan, the gymnastics of free running, and the ruthless efficiency of Jaa's martial art. And just like the rest of the movie, Jaa used no wires or CGI to help him along, and he performed all his own stunts. Honestly, the whole movie is worth a watch. It's scene after awesome scene of ridiculous chases, fights, and choreography. If you're an action film buff, do yourself a favor and check this foreign gem out.
Okay, guys, real quick, it's emergency sanitation.
Okay, so crazy acrobatic chases are great, but they're pretty far from reality. And when it comes to action, sometimes gritty is king. And as far as gritty foot chases go, while we like The Third Man as a classic, we don't want to dance around it. Point Break is pretty much the most visceral, realistic foot chase ever shot. The kineticism of the camera, the energy of the editing, the slice of suburban life that they cut through, the pit bull as a weapon. This scene has a lot going on for it, but it really comes down to this. It's f***ing awesome. So how about I stop talking and just let you bask in its balls out glory. We've only got 2 spots left, so you can bet that we're narrowing in on the classics. And for our number 2 spot, we want to honor the frenetic work of director William Friedkin. And of course, we could be choosing his full-throttle gun battle of a chase through the oncoming traffic from To Live and Die in LA, but our number 2 goes to the absolutely classic French Connection. This is simply one of the best chase scenes of all time, and it's not hard to see why. Gene Hackman chases an elevated subway car through the streets of New York from beneath as his quarry holds up an entire train. The first thing you'll probably notice about this sequence is how absolutely raw it is. This movie was shot on a dime, and Friedkin basically just said, "F it, we'll do it live," and shot the whole thing like a documentary. He didn't even tell the cameraman what to expect half the time, and just figured they'd find it in the moment. And those extras in the background? Those aren't really extras. Those are just pedestrians walking around New York City going about their normal days. And those collisions? Mostly unplanned accidents that happened when the near misses they'd choreographed turned out to be a little more near and a little less misses. Yeah, the whole thing was basically Hackman barreling through New York streets inches from out of control at up to 80 or 90 miles per hour as a bunch of cameras and stunt drivers did their best to keep up. And we're okay with that, because even more than 40 years later, we can't stop rewatching this epic chase. And finally, counting down to number 1, how could we not pick Bullitt? The speed, the roar, the cars, the city, the stunts, the precision, the rhythm, the ending. Bullitt is everything we could ever want out of a car chase in a perfect 10-minute package. It is the yardstick by which all other chase scenes are judged. It's the model and inspiration of so many that have come after it. It's expertly made without a single wrong turn or false note, and it's absolutely riveting, which is why it's our pick for the best chase scene of all time. So, what do you think? Do you disagree with any of our picks? Did we leave out one of your favorite chases? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe for more CineFix movie lists.